Good morning. Wow. This is insane. Pamela's favorite family of ducks is back. They're really cute.
Aw, you're doing great. How sweet.
Well, Pamela went ahead to start hiking, and I stayed just a little while to go for a swim, do some studying on the rocks. I actually swam to the island. That island over there looks real close, and is pretty close, but I haven't swam for a long time. Got a little tired. Not too tired, though. The water temperature is perfect. It's amazing. And I always love getting to islands. Not sure why.
This is a really nice view. So there, the big one in the back is Crescent Lake. Well, there's actually some behind that, but the biggest one is Crescent Lake that we saw yesterday. And two more lakes there to the left. And a lake there. I think these might be called the Windy Lakes, or they might be unnamed, but really pretty. Also, I asked some people, so there's not like lots of good water in this section, and there is a cache at one of the roads, and so I asked somebody going north to make sure, that it was stocked, because there are, either so that I could conserve my water, or there is like a little pond that you might be able to scoop a little bit of water out or whatever. Anyway, so I asked them to make sure that there was some water. And they said, yes, there was lots of water, and also that there were 2 trail magics. I have a love-hate relationship with trail magic because it's like really fun when you get it. It's really exciting. But when people tell you about it, I think I'd rather not know. I mean, on the one hand, it's nice because you can like make maybe a bit more of an effort to get there sooner. But there's just always the chance that it's run out, or they've packed up and gone home, or whatever. And it's really hard not to get your hopes up. So anyway, I understand people saying something about it, but I think overall I'd rather not know. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see if we get some trail magic. Henry probably said something about this, but he was enjoying sitting on the peninsula, and I was like, why don't you just like stay here for a while and you can catch up to me? So that's what we're planning to do, or that's what we're doing now. So anyway, nothing too eventful today so far, but I will let you know if there is anything eventful. All right, got up to a little ridge walk here, and after walking the ridge, which I'm about to do, we will descend to the water and possible trail magic. Wow, this is just such a beautiful view. And the other thing that just came into view is Diamond Peak that we camped across from and Henry went up to yesterday.
This is a nice view of Cowhorn Mountain, just along the trail. We've been hiking along a ridge. It's been very nice. No mosquitoes. Welcome to another episode of Peak Bagging with Hank Lather. Cowhorn Mountain is just calling my name. I'm not gonna summit, almost certainly, but I am gonna go check it out. Found a little path here, and at least the first little bit looks really cool. Oh ho! Trail continues. Does this look familiar? It does to me. Always so hard to tell from looking at something whether it's going to be doable. This is so far extremely mild. Right, not extremely mild. Extremely mild to moderate. Dang! I did not expect to get up here. But didn't even have to use my hands until the final summit block. And even that, no exposure. Great. Wow, this is a really neat peak. It's a very neat peak. Wow. All right, here's a 360. Cool peak over there. That was the ascent. This rock is really cool at the summit block. We have Diamond over there, Summit Lake. I don't know if you can see our peninsula or not. I think you could see it yesterday. Another lake. More gentle rolling hills. That stuff's cool. Not gonna go there. Very long straight road. Can't really see it. Ah, I was looking for the summit mark. There it is. Wow. This is maybe one of my favorite peaks I've ever climbed. It was just so mellow, but so cool. Yeah, it was amazing. I believe that is Thielsen, which I'm going to attempt tomorrow. But that I've decided I'm not doing the summit. I'm going most of the way up, but not the summit. I do love a ridge walk. That's what I'm getting.
Hello. So I made it to the Trail Magic, and the best news is that the water cache did have water, which I kind of knew because those people said that it would. So I got some water. That's good. And there was still some Trail Magic there. It was mostly beer, and I only like IPAs. And honestly, when I'm hiking, I don't even like an IPA. It's just like, I like an IPA when I'm like sitting on a porch or like having dinner or something, but not when I'm like having to exert myself. So anyway, and they were like bushes anyway. So all of that to say, the drink thing didn't pan out. I saw a cardboard box of Barks, my favorite root beer. But it was empty, obviously. There were like a couple of little packages of like individual sized chips. I got the last Doritos, so I was excited about that. And they had like other stuff there, like charging banks and stuff like that, which actually probably could have used a bit of charge, but I'll be okay. I don't know if Henry told his power bank story, but he basically has an extra power bank right now, so I think it'll be fine. I really didn't want to like wait around. So anyway, there was like a group of people sitting there, but I just decided to continue on. I'll take a break in a little bit, but I just filled up my water, put the chips in my bag, and I'm continuing on. So yeah, got another 12 miles-ish, so I want to keep moving. Realized I got just as vortexed at our campsite this morning as I did at Shelter Cove yesterday. I left at the same time. So anyway, yeah, but it's a pretty warm day, but not too bad. Lots of tree cover, which honestly is nice when the sun is blazing. I know people complain about the Oregon Green Tunnel, but honestly, that hasn't been my experience too much, and we're more than halfway done with it. And honestly, when it is the Green Tunnel, I really appreciate it. So anyway, no complaints.
There's a nice view of the other side of Cowhorn Mountain. That is Oregon's version of Sawtooth Mountain, which does have a trail to it on Gaia. Also of note, Cowhorn Mountain did not have a trail on it on Gaia, but clearly there's a very well-marked or well-trodden trail. Anyway, I would love to do Sawtooth, especially since I did Sawtooth in Washington, but I think it's a little far for a side trip, especially given my little morning study and swim session on the peninsula today. I am carrying the padded sleeping bag, so I can't get too far behind. Anyway, something for another day, or more realistically, probably never. Oh, now that is a really nice view of Cowhorn, especially the route that I took mirrors pretty much that ridge line. Things that make you go, Trekking far out in Gaia, that was a water source marked, a small unnamed lake, probably closer to a pond, that we're gonna skip in favor of the generous water cache that somebody maintains up ahead. Wow, look at this A bee flew into my bottle. Come on. Get out. Get out. This is an interesting problem. Man, a cold anything on a hot day really hits the spot. Wow, this is the third retro blaze in like, I don't know, 100 yards. All of them are being eaten by the tree. So cool. New blaze alert. Haven't seen this one yet. I've seen a lot of silver, what are those, rhomboids? Not sure. Parallelograms, definitely. Anyway, I've seen a lot of those. Seen a lot of this dealio, this slash and a dot. But I've never seen a wooden parallelogram. Welcome to another episode of You Know What. I'm gonna go bag Tenos Peak. Hopefully it'll take less than an hour. Don't really know much about this one. These blazes are so interesting. There's so many of them. There we go. Here, 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 not there, 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 there. All right, we got some info, lots of trails. Gave up on naming them with names and just use numbers. Be very curious to know the numbering system. Also, trail looks like it goes that way. Oh, no, there's multiple trails. Tenos Peak. There we go. Onwards. Turns out I'm climbing a mound of reddish brown volcanic rock. All right, made it up in 23 minutes. Guess I'll go back down. Oh, there are 4 concrete supports here. So I wonder if there used to be a fire tower here long ago. Okay, well I only see 3, but I can presume there's a 4th somewhere. I don't see the summit marker, but it might be in the middle of that giant bush. I don't know. Not a summit marker, but a memorial. Okay, that's Tolo Mountain, just 500 feet higher, and the PCT actually wraps around the front of it. Not gonna bag that due to lack of time, no trail, and some gnarly bushwhacking, it looks like, on the other face. Had a friend in high school whose nickname was Tolo. Kind of interesting. Nice little dome drop off. So, I think I've said this before, but Pamela's orange pants make her very recognizable. So I can ask people if she's ahead of me, hey, have you passed a girl wearing, or a woman wearing orange pants? And they're like, oh yeah, like, there she was. Well, so when I stopped at the Trail Magic, I was like, well, I'll just check in, I'm sure she's ahead of me. And I asked, and they're all like, nope. And there had been people sitting there for 6 hours. And the guy who was doing Trail Magic, Crush, he actually had like taken a picture of most people. So he went through the pictures with me, and he's like, nope, she's not there. And it's just interesting all the different ways, verifying, because of your data and whatnot. But I was like pretty sure she was ahead and hadn't made a wrong turn or anything, because historically she's corrected a wrong turn and very quickly. So I was pretty confident. So I started asking people going the other way, hey, have you passed a woman wearing orange pants? And no one knew. No one could remember. So I've determined that it only works within a certain distance of her ahead of me. PCT hikers are known for heads down, walking fast. So I'm guessing people just didn't remember. Blow down. Anyway, I finally just decided to Garmin message her. And I was like, enough people have said, I don't know, and this Trail Magic, and yeah, sure enough, she's on trail, she's ahead, everything's good. I was also just updating her about my side missions, because I didn't previously tell her what I was going to do today, so just thought it would be helpful in terms of a remote possibility of an injury or something going wrong, that I had at least told her my published plans, or, told her my plans before. Aha, there's my stuff. It's always good to see your stuff still there where you left it. We use the op sacks for our food to make them smell proof. That's what's over there. That's an op sack and a Dyneema bag. Op sacks don't look like that. Back on the PCT. I think my review of that was meh. I guess I'm glad I did it, but not that glad I did it. Wouldn't recommend. I just passed 4 guys hiking together, and it's pretty funny. You can just tell PCT hikers, dirty, smelly, walking fast, head down. But also, if there's 4 people all hiking together, they're most certainly not long distance PCT hikers. The largest group you'll commonly see is 2, and it's often a couple. And so it's just interesting. So I asked out of curiosity, and they're section hiking Oregon, which is awesome. All right, made it to 6 Horse Springs. This spring has not been well reviewed. Short, steep trail. Okay, not steep trail. Tons of mosquitoes. So we'll see what happens down there. Well, it is switchbacked, which is really nice so far. Quite a nice trail. Heard my first mosquito buzz in my ear. See how that goes. Well, this is the first pond. I'm gonna keep going just out of interest. Well, that's the spring, and the mosquitoes have started to find me. Well, that wasn't horrible. It was 0.42 miles and 262 feet down to the flowing water part by Gaia tracking. Mosquitoes were not horrible. Water was flowing. Collection was fairly easy with a leaf. And now we'll go back up.
Here is a lovely evening view of Miller Lake. And, ooh, which way should I go? I'm gonna have to put this down. Okay, got over that. There's been a decent number of blowdowns recently. None of them too bad to get over, but just more than we've had in a little while. Anyway, I think I'm maybe like a mile from camp. Henry has not yet caught up to me because, as I said, he stayed at camp for a while, and I think he's done at least like 2 side things. So anyway, we've communicated just a little bit about our timing via Garmin, and yeah, really nothing too exciting or crazy today. Oh look, that's a nice view of the lake there. And yeah, I guess that's really it.